So today we will be working on this guy here. So there are two things I want to do today. One is we need to pay attention on our kind of front steering column, because there was somebody messing around and something is not right. So we will try to fix it, or at least identify what is wrong. And if I will need to order some parts, I will just do it. And another part is the front headlight, which I need to pay attention as well, because there are some issues with it, and we will probably be upgrading it. So let's get closer and I will show you what's happening, and we maybe will go over whole scooter and see what else is wrong with it and what I need to do in future. So if we will come closer here, this is the steering wheel column, and this is the locking mechanism for the steering wheel. So basically I can turn the steering wheel and then I should be able to lock it, but as you can see there is quite big gap in between, and the actual locking mechanism is not working, not going that far to lock it. And all the problem is, if you look closer here, as you can see there is a gap, and basically all these parts should go more down, but it doesn't, because there is something wrong. So we will be identifying what exactly is happening here and what kind of problem is. And yeah, somebody lost MacGyver as well. It used to be up here. As you can see, it's actually eating off the paint if you are keeping for a long time. And then another part which we will be paying attention today, as you can see there is something wrong with this headlight glass, and my high beam is not working as well. So what I actually decided to do is not replacing the bulb, just because this glass is broken as well. It's deformed, and the light is not shining very good, so we will be upgrading this one to LED. And yeah, so from the other problems here in the front is our front, this kind of dust cover, or how to call it. As you can see there is a crack. I glued it, but it should be replaced. And the same is happening back here as well. This one is even worse. So as well, as you can see there is a cracks, and basically what the issue here is, why it's broken. The Chinese manufacturing has a bit issues with the shocks itself, because it says that it can take up to 219 kilograms, but it won't happen, simply because if one grown-up is riding, everything is fine, it's okay. But if two grown-ups will sit on it, what's basically happening, the shocks are compressing that much that all this part is going up here, and as you can see, here is the screws and here is the holes. So basically this part is hitting the box and breaking the kind of that dust cover itself. So yeah, that's basically manufacturing issue. And here you can see those shocks are wanna be kind of air shocks, but they are not. This is just plastic piece here, which not plastic, aluminium probably. Aluminium piece just is look alike hydraulic shocks, but air shocks, but they are not. So what else? The biggest point probably for whole this scooter is that I would like to be able to go faster, because as you can see here, this one is 1.5 kilowatts and 45 kilometers per hour is max speed. In general, I can say straight away that the maximum speed probably you will see in average is around 38, maximum 40 maybe, because 45 you can get only when your battery is really fully charged, but like in couple kilometers that's not gonna be the case anymore, and yeah, you're not gonna be able to reach that speed. So that's the biggest downside. There is option to probably upgrade this one to 2 kilowatt engine, and that should be a bit faster, but that's probably will give you only another 5, maybe maximum 10 kilometers per hour, and it's still kind of a little bit off from the speed which would be normally required if you want to go actually somewhere in the city on the roads. Don't mess up the cars, because with driving on a 38 kilometers per hour is just too slow and you are just messing the cars. So that's probably the biggest downside now on the market. Available already 3 kilowatt engines as well, but they are much bigger than those ones, and the wheels as well is different, so that upgrade would involve much more investment, and it's just not worth it, because we need to upgrade batteries as well, because we need much more power. And yeah, so another bit which I need to pay attention as well, I now folded up this metal piece here which is holding our kind of tail light and turn signals. So that's another issue, where it used to be hitting the plastic here and again breaking it. It's kind of made for license plate, but yeah, this scooter doesn't require one, so that's what it is about that one. I will probably simply just cut it, and yeah, I want to probably repaint those metal pieces here as well, make them a bit nicer, and something similar will be happening here as well. So those metal pieces as well I will be probably taking off and repainting them. So yeah, apart from that, scooter is in overall good condition, still running, and I'm still enjoying it, but yeah, we need to do some upgrades, so that's what we're gonna do today. So to take apart the steering volume, I will need this special key, which I was ordering specially for this case, and in this box we have our LED headlights, so let me show you how that looks. So this is how she will look. So one LED is for low beam, one is for high beam. That's from the side. There is also DRL daylight running light ring around it, so we will be kind of connecting that one as well. This one should be simply plug and play for low beam and high beam, but for DRL daylight running lights we will need to do some custom wiring. This probably I'm not gonna do in this video today, but in the next video, when we will be much more working on electrical part, because I will be adding a couple more things in, then we will probably wire up everything in the same time. I hope that this actually will fit here, because I was doing just a rough measurements before I ordered this headlight, and I do believe that there are some sort of standards and it should be fitting. So that's what we will find out today.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me alone, I've been high.
So after spending some time and investigating what's happening, all I can say is that there is basically problems with the measurements. So as you can see here, I took it completely out. So what's happening, basically this stick is way too long. So only option, which would be probably proper way, would be cut it shorten and weld it together, but I don't have any tools to do that, and yeah, so that's not really an option. Another thing what I could do is probably lift and put something underneath this bearing here, and that is how I could shorten, kind of pull it a bit down, but that wouldn't be a very great solution because that would avoid me to lock the steering angle. So yeah, no really options for now, so I will just simply put it back together and let's switch to the headlight. So I will show you now a screenshot just to kind of show how much higher it is. As you can see, it's around 5 millimeters too high. So yeah, I'll probably just leave it for now like it is. Yeah, so nothing happening easy in this life, but as you can see, the light is fits nicely. I need to check if I didn't put it upside down. Should we see a dot size? But yeah, this is how it's gonna look like. So it should be simple plug and play. Of course, somebody decided that they need to solder the wires in, and that's not gonna be plug and play for me. I will still need to desolder them and kind of solder probably in my new light. So yeah, that's what we're all gonna do now. So we didn't have any success with the steering column itself, just because there is nothing I can do at the moment. But with the headlight, as you can see, everything is fine. So we are now outside. It's very dark already, so it's the best time to test it out. And yeah, after a couple bits of adjustments, we are kind of in good position now. So what actually happened is that I needed to solder every single wire in, and again there is like nightmare with wires just because I don't know what Chinese are doing and thinking, but yeah, the wiring was completely wrong for the switches that they supposed to work. But yeah, now everything is sorted. So as I was soldering a couple things in, I decided to go on and add in the daylight running lights as well. So I will show you. I don't know how good you will be able to see it with camera at night, but I definitely will show you some photos. So this is just a white ring, which is daylight running light. I connected it now on the ignition. So once I turn on the ignition, the headlight will come on. So as you can see, if I will switch it off, it's off. Key on, the light is on. But what I'm planning to do, I will add extra switch somewhere so I can switch it off. Let's say if I need to save my battery power to get home or something like that, so that would be a good idea to add some switch. So this is daylight running light, which is all time on now. Then the first step is low beam, which is this one here. So in the low beam, basically I have, let's go in front, I have the upper LED ring or the circle here, and those two things are on the side. They are now lighting, and once I will turn on the high beam, then the bottom one coming in. The difference is not very huge between low beam and high beam, but high beam definitely is going farther. So I don't know how good you can see on a camera, but yeah, the difference is high beam is shining much more forward. So that's how it's kind of working. I will be honest, I'm very excited how the lights are actually working. They are very bright, and yeah, we will go closer to the wall. I will show you the actual beam, how that looks. But yeah, so far it seems to look very nice. The color temperature itself is very close actually to xenon lights. So let's go closer to the wall. I will show you how that will look. And actually there are some reflections down on the corner as well on the ground, if you can see. Not sure where my camera is exactly pointing. So yeah, let's go to the wall and I will show you how that will look. So here we have a wall. I will just drive in closer. So as you can see, the line is nice and flat, and then we have a bit circle, and I will switch now to the high beam. So this is high beam, low beam, just DRL, no lights. DRL, low beam, high beam. So pretty cool. I will maybe go for a ride a little bit so you can see how it's actually in the road. I don't have much time tonight anymore, but I definitely will come out more to show you some more kind of ridings and how it actually performs on the street. So yeah, let's go a little bit for a ride, then I will stop to say final words. So yeah, that's how my CityCoco looks now and how it performs. So like I said, I still have a lot of things to do around it, and it's getting better and better. Let's step back. I'll show you how from far away it looks. So if I will compare with what I had before, okay, I can't say that that was perfect just because that front glass was kind of deformed, or plastic, not the glass. So maybe that was kind of a little bit distorting the beam, but yeah, that was like just a round circle and wasn't bright at all. This at the other side is very, very bright. Basically, if you have a bike and you want to upgrade, you can easily put on a bike this light as well, and it will perform great for a bike as well. There is still something in this headlight which I didn't show you just because it's not yet connected, but in the next video when I will be coming to this CityCoco, we will be installing another cool feature on this scooter. If you want to see all that stuff, consider to subscribe, and yeah, if you want to get this headlight, I will put the link down below in the description so you can go and check out yourself. It wasn't very expensive, so it's quite affordable. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao!